Why hello, and welcome to my hotel room. Coming at you live from New York City. I don't know if any of you remember, but about a year ago I did a post and I had mentioned that someday my dream was to have an office on Wall Street that had the windows, you know, that overlooked Wall Street. Well, I haven't made it, but I am living vicariously through one of my friends who actually does have an office on Wall Street with the windows that overlook it all. And all I can say is it's everything I dreamed of. Just too bad it's not my dream anymore. But I can't complain because I have my little home office looking out over my backyard and all the dog poop, and it's pretty magical too. Anyways, I thought I'd briefly mention something funny that happened to me this week while I was out here. Some of you may have seen that this week here in New York City we're getting a lot of snow. We're like, I'm a native. Anyways, they're getting a lot of snow here in New York City, and a lot of my friends and the clients who work out here actually live outside the city, so they have to take a train or bus in the morning, and it takes them an hour to 2 hours to get here. Well, with the snow coming down, sometimes the trains and the buses all shut down. So they decided, you know what, since we flew you out here, we're just gonna go down, stay in the city, because, you know, we don't want you to be sitting down there by yourself and waste your time. So they sent me an email saying, hey, you know what, we're thinking that we might stay with you and keep you company. Naturally, as I read this email, I take away, we'll be staying with you and keeping you company. Instantly, I started freaking out. I'm like, this is going to be so awkward. I mean, they're nice people, and I feel like I know them, but I don't know if I know them well enough to be sharing a hotel room with them, much less spooning with them. And this hotel room has 2 double beds, so I know that 2 of us would have ended up spooning, especially because there's no room for a rollaway, and being the shortest and the youngest, I knew that I would be one of the spooners. So I was freaking out about that. I was freaking out about, you know, my organization and making sure the room was tidy, because I'm a freak like that. So last night I pulled out the iron as soon as I got here, and I was ironing all my clothes, because the last thing I wanted was it to be Wednesday morning and we're all getting ready in here and we're tripping over each other while I have the iron out, because I've got to iron my stuff. So I go through, I iron all my stuff. I'm sitting there analyzing which bed I want to lay in. I noticed that like one of the comforters, like right here on this bed, there was like a tiny little brown stain. Like really tiny. I don't think it was caca or anything. Anyways, I see that. I'm like, great, you know what? I don't want them to think that I made that stain, so I'll probably just sleep in the other bed and let them know that that's where I'd been sleeping, so when they find the stain, they know it wasn't me. Like, I'm so weird, and I can't believe I'm confessing this. In the meantime, I had also talked to Kylie and Kirsten about it, and I was freaking out, and they agreed that it was really awkward, and Kylie tried to cheer me up by saying, Cam, if anyone can do it, it's you. You are so nice. Me, I could never do something like that, but you are so nice. And I'm telling her, like, why does this always happen to me? I swear, strangest situations like this happen to me all the time. So, last night, around 9 or 10 o'clock New York time, I look at my emails, and my friend is saying, we're not staying with you, silly. We're just staying down in the city with you to keep you company at the same hotel, but not in the same hotel room. So as soon as she sent over that email, I just broke down and I confessed, and I was like, okay, I've got to tell you something. I was getting so much anxiety. I felt so awkward about the situation. Not that you guys aren't nice people, but I just didn't know if we knew each other well enough to be sharing a hotel room. So I was panicking. Anyways, we've been recounting the story today, and I told them all about me ironing my clothes, and we were just dying laughing. Now this may not seem funny to you guys, out there. But it will seem funny to some of you, so that's why I'm telling it. Tomorrow I go back in for some more all-day meetings, and then after that I was going to hit up Century 21 to see what that's all about. I've heard great things. And if you're lucky, maybe I will bring you guys along for the wide ride. Okay? So, talk to you later. Good night.